What's going on, Facebook? We are trying this once again, as you know how they like to do me sometimes, but it's all good, man. When you come into the room, drop where you watching from. I like to know where we are watching from. We could be from all over the globe, but still land right here on the same live and talk about some real life issues. Today's a good day. Today's a real good day. I get to hang my painting today, man. I've been waiting for like a week and a half to hang my painting. So today I got to finally hang it. You know what I'm saying? I had to get the proper hooks and the 2 chains. So I had to get the 2 chains and the whole 9. But yeah, so I finally got to hang my painting today. Today we're going to get into it, man. We're going to talk about some really live things, a really live topic that I want to get into today. So I'm going to wait to see if we can get some people to come into the room. These cats just woke up, man. We're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. What's going on, Barbara? What's going on, David? Appreciate you guys for checking in. We are about to make it happen, make it work. I had a friend of mine that actually custom painted this for me. You know what I'm saying? I put in a request, and man, she is awesome. Her name is Ashley Luna. Man, classmate of mine. We went to school together actually long time ago. Long time. No, we're not that old. But no, we went to school together, and you know, I reached out to her and asked her, hey, I needed to have something put together. I didn't tell her exactly what I wanted. I just told her, hey, I'm a deep thinker. Throw me something together that kind of works around, you know, me. I gave her my colors, showed her the layout of the flat that I'm actually reaching you guys from. So showed her the layout, and that's what she came up with, man. I mean, I think it's pretty dope. You know, 2 storms splitting apart, you know, and coming together to make one. And that's just basically how I feel about the world. So, I mean, that's it. But I'm going to get into these cats must wake up. Or no, these cats just woke up. These cats just woke up. A lot of people say to me, why you always call them cats? Because I'm going to get into that first. The reason why I always speak to people and refer to them as cats, when I say, man, that cat's crazy, you know, you hear it a lot. It's probably something that you hear thrown around a lot, and you probably say, man, that's common. But I have a totally different feel for it. With the whole 9 lives of a cat, I really believe that, I really believe that every life that you want is out there and is being lived for you. And you have to actually put yourself, you actually have to apply the tools to put yourself in alignment and position to be able to be in that life. So, you know, that rich you, that successful businessman that you want to be, he's out there. Like, he's out there being successful, but you have to apply the tools that you actually bump into along your journey for you to actually be able to take flight like that successful businessman that you're looking to be. So don't ever give up on that idea, on that move. That successful businessman that's out there. You can take any path that you want. You can take any path that you want. So that's where I come up with the whole cats and the 9 lives, because of the simple fact we have lives out there that we choose to live. You can choose to be broke. You can choose to be obese. What's going on, April? What's happening, Tony? You can choose to be obese. You can choose to be overweight. You could choose to be jobless. You could choose to work a job for the rest of your life, or you could choose to own your destiny and all of the above simply by applying the tools. When I say these cats just woke up, I want to explain something to you. A lot of people scream that they're woke and that they're awake. I say it not so often, because of the simple fact that the term has been so downplayed and tossed in the dirt that it has no meaning. But I want to explain to you how I see it, though. I want to break it down to you on how I see it. I mean, think about this. Before you go to sleep every night, when you eat before, well, not right before you go to sleep, that's not good. But when you eat, it's what you digest, the things that you put into your body that depicts how your rest is going to be and how you rise the next morning, you know, and what time you actually went to sleep, you know. And when you wake up in the morning, what happens? You're a little foggy in the head, you're a little unstable, a little moving around, not understanding too much, and then you kind of come to. Everything becomes familiar to you. Well, in the sense of waking up in the spiritual, in the sense of waking up in that light, it's kind of the same way. Before, when you are sleeping, which is the dream is where you pick up the food, the digestion. You digest what people are actually feeding to. What's going on, Aaron? You digest the things, the message that's being fed, and when you decide to wake up, you're a little foggy. You don't understand a lot of things. And I'm not talking about the wake up where you start to believe, find out that George Washington had slaves. Not that kind of wake up. Those kind of people actually get on my nerves with the wake up. That's not the wake up I'm speaking of. The wake up I'm speaking of is where things start to become familiar to you again. A lot of things start making sense. And the reason why these things are making sense, because they are familiar to you. They're just things that you have forgotten along your journey, but now you're prepared to get on a journey to move forward and to progression. So these things are starting to make sense to you. They're becoming familiar to you once again. So it's the same as you waking up out of your slumber in real life although it is all real life, but it's the same as you waking up out of that slumber. You're going to be a little foggy in the beginning, but eventually you're going to start to get it. Things are going to start to come to light for you because it's going to start to feel familiar to you. So that's the things you have to, when people say that they're awake, it's not the George Washington had slaves, Mayflower landed, all that, Plymouth Rock and all of that. That's not the, everybody knows about history, man. History is there to be learned. And therefore, you take in however you want to see it. You can debate about it to the end of time, all that you want. But familiarity, when you become familiar with things, when I mention something to you that makes a lot of sense that you never thought about before, but it clicks, just all of a sudden, that's familiar. That's you coming alive. That's you waking up. A lot of people don't wake up all the way. A lot of people barely wake up, and they're still in the foggy state of waking up to where they never all the way get it. They're just pointing out the political facts, the political things that they never noticed. They're just pointing out what television does to you. They're just pointing out how they calcify the pineal gland. They just point out those type of things. They're pointing out what's in the water. You know, those are the foggy-eyed people who are awake that are only raising the awareness of the obvious. But those that fully awake, and it doesn't have to be some I'm not religious and this and that, or I am religious. To awake meaning you're understanding the connection between us all. You understand that we all play a role in each other's lives. Everything becomes familiar to you. It all starts to make sense that we all lean on each other. All of those things start to become familiar to you. That's what waking up is. When you wake up in the morning, at first sometimes you don't even know where you are. You don't understand anything. You need someone to kind of give you some clarity. You're kind of foggy-headed. You really can't understand too much. But that's the same as when you're waking up in life. You really don't understand too much. But it depends on what you digested before you went to sleep, or what you picked up, the message you picked up while you were sleeping, and who delivered that message to you, or what frequency they delivered that message on how you're going to wake up. You can wake up foggy and stay foggy. And like I said, that's the people who, their timeline is full of old things that we can't go back and change, but understanding and feeling that actual connection that we have together, that's something that we can capitalize on and grow. We can't change anything from the past. You're steadily giving the past your time, and the past is gone. The past has already done its thing. We're steadily learning history upon history upon history and not making anything in the present. You feel what I'm saying? So when I hear people say, I'm woke, or I'm awake, or however you say it, I run your timeline. I run your timeline. I'm paying attention to what you say. Because a lot of y'all are running this meaning into the ground, not understanding what it really is. You don't understand what it means to be woke. That means you understand the fabric, or you are in the attentive state of trying to understand the fabric of who we really are, why we're here, what's your purpose. You know, a lot of people are steadily out there thinking that their purpose is to make a bunch of money and everybody know about their successes. That's not it. We all play a part in this. It's all about you on choosing your frequency on which part you're going to play. You got to choose your frequency on that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, if you're just checking into the room, let me know where you're watching from. Little likes and loves would be appreciated. I know it's Friday, but I still step in on Friday to give a little love for those that are actually, you know, wanting to hear something about, you know, these cats are just now waking up, you know, or they think they're waking up. These cats with 9 lives to get to choose, they all get to choose which life they want to live. You can choose which life you want. You understand what I'm saying? You can choose it. The broke you is out there. The rich you is out there. The starving you is out there. The in love you, the happy in love and married you is out there. But you have to get in line to meet that you. That life is there, man. The tools are along your journey, but you have to apply these tools for that to be you. That's what has to happen. You have to use intelligence and not beliefs. A lot of people say, oh, if I wait, the right one will come along. No, that's not what happens. You have to go make it. You have to go make it happen. We create things, so stop waiting on the right one to come along, and go put yourself in the atmosphere of receiving that right one. Put yourself out there to be able to receive the right one. These cats just not waking up, man. They're just not waking up, but a lot of them are what? Still in the foggy. They're still in the fog, man. You know, that's why I love this, because it shows, Ashley Luna did this for me. I don't know if you guys caught earlier, but Ashley did this for me, man. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but it's showing 2 storms, man, and it's like, you know, it's kind of like I look at it as waking up in a sense. You feel me? Coming from this dark place that you see here and pulling away into the light. And they both created a storm, which you see the flood pouring in, and it all guides into one, creating the unity that I feel we need. And this is not something that I picked out. This is just what she went off of, just off of vibe. Everything I do is off of vibe. So even my favorite artist in the world right now, Ashley Luna, is working off of vibe with me, and I appreciate you. Definitely go check her out if you get a chance, man. I'll tag her down here at the bottom. She is awesome, you feel me? So, and they even actually drove here and delivered it to me when there was a shortage of gas in the state of Texas. So, you know, I respect that, man. That's love. So, that's how we do it, man. That's how we do it. But no, back on topic, though. Steadily saying that you're awake, man, you need to understand what that means. I mean, when I first started to come to life, started to come to understand what was going on in the world myself, I was mad at first. I spent a lot of mad, but I spent a lot of that mad time to myself trying to figure it out, because I received a message that was full. I received a message that told me that I was going to have to come into understanding what I was dealing with, come into understanding what I was finding out. And as I started to find out different knowledge and different things, it wasn't in me to go regurgitate, because I looked at how all these people are still out here doing that and just regurgitating all this information that they're coming up with. Information is for you to learn, for you to understand that everything that you see is not always real. You understand what I'm saying? That you need to actually dive deeper for you to understand your purpose, to understand the fabric of our lives. You know, it's not all about they lied to us, they're trying to kill us, I mean, given. That's a given. But since you know you can't do anything about it, wake the hell up. Put your intelligence to use and figure out how to have the best life you can right now. How to grow your kids further away from that trap. You know what I mean? Because if you think that they're not washing the brains, you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this on no. It used to be conspiracy talk. I used to even say it when I hear people talk. You know, some people will go off the deep end with it, but there are some things that you notice. But it's all about how you deal with it, with yourself. Sometimes you have to come to terms with things yourself. You know, a lot of people run around screaming Illuminati this, Illuminati that, but they never even have dug into it to find out what pieces are good and what pieces are bad. So it's like, you know, or understand that good energy and bad energy are the same. See, now that's one that'll flip their minds. They're steadily stuck on memes that they can post to keep on raising this vibration on the wrong frequency. You know, and that keeps us divided. I'm telling you, history is going to definitely keep us divided, because we're going to always run into our misfalls. Anytime you walk backwards, you're bound to trip. You're bound to bump into something that you've already made your way past. Why would you back into the obstacles when we can move forward into some unity and light? You feel me? So that's all I'm trying to give to you guys today, man, is to understand. These cats just not waking up. So give them some time to breathe. If you see them going crazy in their rants, posting, pat them on the back, hit them in the messenger, say, man, it's going to be all right. You're going to discover some other things that are really going to turn your world up. When you figure out that you don't have to be a victim of your circumstances anymore, focus on that. Now that you know that it's all a charade, now that you know that it's all a facade, then you know exactly how to play the game, right? You know exactly how you need to play the game. You need to jump over ropes and jump over fences. All these things need to happen in your life. You're right, higher frequency. You have to change your frequency, man. It's all about how you want your mail delivered. You feel me? What's up, Postal? I see you, Jake. But no, it's all about how you want your mail delivered, man. That's real talk. So make sure that you're plugging into some genuine people, have some genuine people in your corner, man. I'm totally loving my new art piece, man. That's definitely my favorite room to rock in. There definitely won't be a need for television in this. Now that I look at the TV on the wall now in this room, and it's like, man, I don't even know what we hung it for. But it is what it is. This is like this is my shit right now. You know, I appreciate it. But hey, definitely stay happy, healthy, and humble, man. Whole food nutrition is the way. You guys rock, man. Have a wonderful Friday. Don't hurt nobody.